Hey everybody, God bless. Happy Sunday. I hope you went to church. Because it's Sunday, it just makes sense that I talk a little bit about spirituality and religion. And this is going to be a video where I try and convince you that my religion is right and to join a religion. But I'm going to express why I think more people should be involved in religion and spirituality. Um, so this is my Bible, and I try and read this every night. And I've learned a lot from this, and I learned a lot from God. You know, I've definitely become a better and stronger person because of my religion. And part of my journey is to dive deeper into my religion and become closer to God. I really want to start evangelizing, which, for those who don't know, just means like spreading the gospel and talking, preaching about Jesus. Now, going back to what I've learned with religion is loving. So, loving people unconditionally and loving people no ifs, ands, or buts, right? I want to love unconditionally. So, we're taught that if someone were to slap you, you're supposed to turn the other cheek. Pray for your enemies. And another big topic in the Bible is kindness. Treat others how you want to be treated. Um, I think a lot of people could definitely learn from this. And it's not just love and kindness, but there's a very big problem in our world today of lust. And I really, really dislike lust, but it's something everybody has to battle and everybody deals with. When I see hookup culture, I see a lot of people just defiling their bodies. And I'm not shaming anybody for what they do. I'm not shaming anybody. Um, my belief is that you should honor your body and only let select people have access to your body, people you love. Okay? I say this because a lot of friends have come to me saying, oh, I just hooked up with this person. Now they don't want anything to do with me anymore. Right? Lust changes your mindset from seeing somebody as a person to seeing somebody as just a body, just like a dopamine hit, right? And I truly think that's awful. I don't like when people reduce others, especially to just a body, right? People are people. A person that you hook up with is somebody's daughter, somebody's son, somebody who loves sports, somebody who loves music. They have a whole personality to them, and you've reduced them to just a body. Um, when people grow into a religion or into spirituality, they get somewhat of a standard that they can live up to, you know? Um, whether it's the Bible, trying not to sin, trying to be like Jesus, or if you have your own set of morals that you want to follow. I feel like those without morals tend to mess up a lot. And that's why I urge people to go into a religion or into spirituality. And a lot of people don't want to do that because they don't believe in a God or they don't believe in the evidence that shows. And there's this argument, a saying, and it goes, if God isn't real, I've wasted my life. And if God isn't real, you wasted your eternity. And I don't really like that quote because it's very diminishing to somebody. And I would like to reword it just a little bit and say, if God isn't real, I've wasted my life, but I've become a kinder and more loving person. I think even if you aren't religious and you don't want to be religious, there's still a lot of good teachings that you can find in religion. Whether it's Christianity, Islam, Judaism, it's definitely something to look into and look at the morals and look at what is being taught in these religions and follow them. Even if you don't believe in God, you can believe in the teachings. Um, Spirituality and religion definitely gives somebody a purpose and a meaning in life. My my purpose in life is I want to grow closer to God and I want to be kind to everybody I meet. I want to be the reason why somebody's able to find God or just even grow in life. A lot of people who are down don't usually run to a religion. And you'll see a lot of people online posting about, oh, well, I was always religious. I grew up in a religious household. And then you'll see others who upload videos on Instagram, let's say, and they say, I was in the lowest point of my life. I was suicidal. I wasn't eating. And I decided to try and give my life to God. And they become better. And I think that's the beauty of religion and of spirituality, is that you can become who you want to become. And again, this is part of my journey of self-betterment, is that I can become closer to God, and then with that I'll become a better person. Um, that's all I have to say about this. It's definitely worth considering if you watched all the way here. I would definitely urge you to at least look at the teachings of a religion, of Christianity specifically. I'll read a verse just before I end off here. So, Matthew chapter 6, verse 43. You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? And if you greet only your own people, what are you doing more than others? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. So what this verse is saying is that you need to love everybody. And if you only love those who love you, what do you gain from that? So that's all I have for the video, and I hope to continue the series and keep uploading videos. So thank you.